Hi, my name is Patrick, and this specific video is to explain how the normalization CET course could be conducted this specific year, because they have given the whole formula on their website. So this is to explain how the whole process is so you understand it in detail. So normalization is expected this year, okay, as they mentioned the formula on the website. They've never done it before, but this year they mentioned the formula on the website. So that means it is expected that a normalization could be done this year. You can check on the downloads page the whole the form that is mentioned regarding regarding normalization. Okay, they have given the normalization formula. So this is a normalization formula. So what is about normalization formula? It is that students will compete with only those students who are in their slot. That means one slot student will not compete with students with some other slot. So you will only compete with people from your slot. So which is good for this specific type of paper, because the paper was of different difficulty level across section. So which means it makes sense to have a slot wise percentile than maybe across slot. Also one more thing is not done before in CET, that the highest percentile will be 100 percentile. So all the toppers of every slot will get 100 percentile, which looks, understand. So let's try to understand. Now here they have given, this form is given in their particular website, where let's say there are 4 batches, D1, B1, D2, B2, 4 slots. Okay, first slot, second slot, third slot, fourth slot. Day 1 first slot, day 2 second slot, day 1 second slot, day 2 first slot, day 2 second slot. They given an example that there were 2249 students present. So when your percentile is counted based on a number of students present, 2249. Right? Suppose you are a topper, your highest 154 marks. If your highest is 154, that means number of people who are equal to or less than your score will be 2249. Okay, equal to less than your score is 12249. So percentile will be used this formula, you'll get 100 percentile if you're a topper. So that means that's what they're saying. Every topper of every slot, the 4 slots which are there, will get 100 percentile based on this formula. So all the 4 slots, person who's got 154 in first slot, who's a topper in his slot, 149 in third slot, who's a topper in his slot, and 161 of the fourth slot, who's a topper in slot, all will get 100 percentile. No matter how many students are writing each slot. This is one. Now let's look at next as to how the whole slot, while I have taken 2 cases. Remember there were around 1,10,000 plus students writing CET last year. This year would be a little less than that, maybe around. But I'm taking like 20,000 students writing in like one slot, 18,000 students writing in second slot. 2 slots I've taken. Let's say 20,000 in first slot, 18,000 in second slot. Let's say the rank 1 in the first slot is 149. Rank 5 is 145, rank 10 is 143. So for different ranks, I have mentioned the marks. And the same ranks I mentioned marks out here. So I've taken 2 different cases of 2 different number of students, because there's a chance that a number of students in each slot, people who are actually present, could be a little different, varying with each other. So the first ranker, it will not make a difference. First ranker will definitely get 100 percentile. The 5th ranker in the first case will get 99.98. 5th ranker in the second case would get 99.978. A little, not major difference, a very small 0.002 difference. Same at 10th ranker will get 99.955 and 10th ranker would here get 99.95. So if the cutoff for JB is, let's say 99.95, let's say, that means maybe 10 students from each slot will have a chance to get into Bajaj. Yes, obviously among these there will be some outside Maharashtra candidates, there will be some students who have taken admission somewhere else and may not join, etc. But yeah, approximately 10 students per. So the cutoff is 99.95, then you can expect the top 10 students from each slot to get into JB. That's what is expected. Okay, 6 slots, assuming number of students are almost equal, this would be the case. 25th rank, if you look at 99.88 out here, 25th rank 99.867. The difference becomes slightly more when you go to higher. So when 1000th rank, if in both the cases, first will have 95.005, second will have 94.45, around 0.55 percentile. I mean, considering these many students, the 1000th rank will have 0.55 percentile, right? But then that is obvious because the first slot has more number of students than the second slot. So I hope this gives you a fair idea in terms of how the percentiles will be calculated across slots. So you will be competing with people from your slot. So if you look at it, the percent out here who at 149 has got 100 percentile, But a person with 150 out here has got 99.86 percentile and may miss out on Bajaj. So here the 149, 148, 143 while person will get into Bajaj, but the 150 student in slot 2 will not get into Bajaj. You understand the difference as such? So that means, I remember I told that if you see a lower score getting a higher percentile and a higher score getting a lower percentile, which means normalization has been done. So this is one way to explain the whole process. I hope this is clear with regards to normalization, how it is done. So when your scores come out, check out if it follows whatever pattern I mentioned out here. If it does, then you know normalization has been done, right? Yeah, formula, again this is explained in a little different manner. Suppose there are 20,000 students and you are rank 5, which means 4 students have scored more than you. Okay, so 99 students have scored less than or equal to you. So 1996. So 1996 upon 20,000 into 100 will give you a percentile 99.98 percentile. Right? That's how you get 99.98 out here. The fifth ranker. I hope this is clear with regards to how the formula is used for normalization. So your percentile purely will depend upon your rank in your slot, and you will be competing with students from your slot itself in this year. Okay, the first time they've introduced this for MBA CET, I'm assuming they'll follow this, and let's wait for the scores to come out to see actually what happens. Right? Example given in the website is for the CET exam, the engineering CET exam. Remember that. So we'll have to wait and see whether they'll apply this for MBA CET. We're hoping it'll be applied because of the way the exam was conducted. But let's wait for the results to come out to really know about it. Thank you.